that's how it happened. Amazing. But the game is fast, especially under the lights. And these guys throw so hard, and everything is moving. I don't know if you've ever, probably none of you have ever faced a major league pitcher. But you know, when you hear about a 95-mile-per-hour fastball, that's just going this way, straight ahead. That doesn't tell you that that ball is going like this, or like that, or like that, or like this. That's what's so hard. If you just throw a straight pitch 95 miles per hour, I'll time it. I'll see where it is plane-wise, and I'll swing on that plane and I'll hit it. But that pitch is dipping at the last minute and darting outside or cutting down inside or rising like Sandy Koufax. He used to throw the ball so hard, and his fingers were so long, and his hands were so big, and he had long arms like a basketball player and a broad back, and he'd get such a whip like this that that ball would spin so fast it would rise. And they'd all swing under his fastball,
What's your feeling on today? They protect the hitters against close pitches. They didn't used to do that against knockdown pitches or whatever, move them off the plate.
Somebody else asked. I think they're handling it well because most of that the players can take care of. That's kind of a player code thing where they understand what's going on. And like I told somebody else, Drysdale, if one of our guys got knocked down on the day he was pitching, two of theirs would go down. And it would be Pete Rose and Johnny Bench. It wouldn't be Davey Concepcion and Cesar Girona. You know, they're good players, but not the best.
Yeah.
So the result was when Drysdale pitched, the other pitchers never threw it. Because their team would go to them and say, "Don't throw at these guys."
You mentioned Bob Henley before. You were in Koufax's perfect game?
Yeah.
What was, I'm not sure if someone asked that before, but like, was that the type of, were people aware of the perfect game, or were you just trying to hit off Henley?
We were very aware.
I mean, but I didn't know which was more important at that.
It was anything set.
Yeah,
well,
that's what I mean.
We only got one hit.
Right.
I think there was one game back in the, I don't know, 20s or teens when two pitchers actually threw no-hit games. Does anybody know the answer to that?
Fred Tony and Hippo won 1917.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So there were the second fewest hits of any game in history, or at least tied for it. But the interesting thing is the one hit we got, which was a blue double, I think, from Lou Johnson, did not result in a score. The run came on a walk, stolen base, he stole third, and Chris Krug threw the ball in the left field, and Lou Johnson scored, and we didn't get a hit. So it could have been a double no-hitter, but we still would have won 1-0 because the hit did not result in a run. And yes, and I'll tell you a story about that. After 7 innings, Jimmy Lefevre, who was a rookie, I was a rookie starter at first. We come into the dugout. We know Sandy's got a perfect game. And Jimmy turned to me and said, "God, I hope they don't hit the ball to me." And I turned to Jimmy and I said, "Me too, I hope they don't hit it to me. I'm going to screw this perfect game." And you know, we could have sat in the dugout because Sandy struck out the last 6 hitters. Wow. We didn't have to go out on the field. Wow. He just blew them away with fastballs.
Incredible.
Yeah, it was. And you don't see, Seaver did that, I think. I think he struck out the last 10 hitters, didn't he?
Yes, 19 strikeout game.
Against the Padres.
Yes.
But you will almost never see a pitcher that strong at the end of a ball game because it's 2.5 hours later and he's been throwing 100 or up toward 100 pitches. And that wears you out, wears your arm down. And Sandy and Sam Seaver actually were throwing harder at the end of the game than the beginning. Bob Gibson was that kind of pitcher. And he'd still be throwing bullets at the end of the ball game. And these guys are good. That's the point I want to make to you. And I know, because when I watch a game on television, especially from a center field camera, and you see a pitch come in, you're going, what's the big deal? How come he didn't hit that? And then you hear the announcers talk about, well, that pitch was inside and that pitch was outside. From a center field camera, that looks like nothing. You're almost thinking, why are they making such a big deal out of that? When you're up at that plate, and the pitch is coming that fast, and the strike zone's about 17 inches, right? 17 inches. And the difference between a pitch here and here, and you're trying to hit it, it's coming that fast, it means you either have to go like that to hit the inside pitch, or you have to go like that to hit the outside pitch. And that's hard. to be that quick, to judge it as a strike and go boom like this, or go boom like that. That's what's hard. These guys are so good.
Who's the leader in your clubhouse in the championship year, 65?
Maury Wills and Drysdale. Who's the only, quick question. Who's the only player on the 65 Dodgers who hit 300?
Don Drysdale.
You got it.
Wow.
What do you think of the designated hitter?
Don Drysdale was the only one of us who hit 300.
Oh, wow.
A pitcher.
Yeah. 309.
Unbelievable.
Well, you got Kershaw now being a good hitter.
Hitting stats.
Yeah, he is.
In
Pardon?
the Los Angeles Times hitting stats have had Drysdale and none of the other pitchers.
You know who else?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know who else was a great hitting pitcher? Was Don Newcomb.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I think,
59 when
didn't he and Don Drysdale, don't they have the record for 7 home runs
yeah, National League record, yes.
in a season? Yeah.
Bob Lemon was very better too, of course, he started out as a third baseman.
The record, the all-time record is Wes Parker, who his 9 in a season. His brother's in the Hall of Fame. He's the other Farrell.
Yeah, but he shouldn't be.
No, his brother, the pitcher at 9. Catches in the Hall
Oh,
of Fame.
he's got the record.
Yeah, because his brother has a record with 9 in a season.
And Earl Wilson came close.
Oh, yeah, he was good. Detroit?
Yeah, he had the highest home run to at bat ratio of any member of the 68 Tigers.
That's a great stat.
It's the first time the Tigers traded for him. The first time he comes, they use him for a
Okay,
hitter
here's,
as a home run.
all you guys are good baseball people. Here's a tough question. See if you can get this one.
All right.
He will.
Who was the only player ever to win the league most valuable player award and hit 8th in the batting order?
Zoe Versailles?
Now, Zoya was leadoff, I think. 65. Good one. It's National League. I'll give you clues. National League, and it's in the 40s.
Marty Marion.
Right. That's right.
Nicely done.
Marty Marion. That's a good
Oh, this
clue.
He hit 267 that year, too.
This is awesome.
He was such a good fielder.
He beat me by a half a...
That's right. With those long legs of his.
Now,
Right?
now you know how Al Rose felt with Mickey Vernon.
It's a safe, right?
Right.
Somebody can know these things. They're all the baseball nuts of the world.
I asked my friends that nobody gets that.
That's a good one.
You just died recently, too.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it very much.
You're welcome.
And
No,
Ted-